Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'll be solving another SQL problem. Problem number 1211, queries quality and percentage. Let's take a look at the problem statement. So we're given a table called queries. This table has 4 columns: query name, result, position, and rating. This table may have duplicate rows. This table contains information collected from some queries on a database. The position column has a value from 1 to 500. Rating column has a value from 1 to 5. Query with rating less than 3 is a poor query. All right, so we define query quality as the average of the ratio between query rating and its position. All right, so let's take a note of that. So quality is defined as the average, so I'm going to use average function in my query, the average of the ratio between rating and position. So I'm going to do rating over position, and this is an aggregation. As you can see, we're going to do this average group by query name, so it's going to be by query name. Alright. We also define poor query percentage as the percentage of all queries with rating less than 3. So we are getting the percentage of the query that the rating less than 3 over the total of all queries. So in this case, right away I can see that we will be using some kind of like condition with if or case when to filter out the rating that is less than 3. So let's take a note of how we define poor query percentage. So poor query percentage is equal to all queries with rating less than 3. So it's going to be sum of the query that is with the rating is less than 3, sum of rating less than 3 over the total count of the rating. So it's going to be count of rating times 100. All right, so these are our formulas to get the quality and poor query percentage columns. Let's take a look at, okay, let's continue. Write solution to find each query name, quality, and poor query percentage. So it's pretty much what we just wrote here. Both quality and poor query percentage should be rounded to 2 decimal places. And for that, we'll use a round function. Let's take a look at the example. So query table, we have query name, dog, and cat, position, and rating. So let's take a look at the output. For the query name dog, the quality is calculated as the ratio between rating and position, the sum of all these 3 ratings over the total count of rating, and we have 2.50. And for the poor query percentage, let's take a look how many rating belongs to query name dog that has the rating less than 3. So we have 1, so 1 over 3 ratings times 100 is going to be 33.33. Similarly, let's take a look at cat query. The quality equals to the ratio between rating and position. So it's going to be 2 over 5 plus 3 over 3 plus 4 over 7 and divided by the total number of ratings. So it's going to be 0.66, and the poor query percentage is calculated as the number of rating that is less than 3. So there's 1, so 1 over 3 times 100 is going to be 33.33%. All right, so let's solve this problem. So let's take a look at the output table again. we'll need query name column from queries table, quality as defined it here, and poor query percentage as defined it here. All right, so let's do select query name and the quality. So I can either use average function or I can use this formula here. So let's try this way. All right, so it's gonna be the sum of rating, the ratio of rating over position between rating and position. All right, so it's gonna be sum of rating, the ratio between rating and position. All right, that we're gonna sum of that times 100 over the count, the total count of rating. So it's going to be count of rating. We can do count star, that should work as well. But I want to do the count of like number of rating by query name. So count rating, I'm gonna call this column quality. And for poor query percentage is gonna be the sum of the rating that is less than 3. Again, so if the ratings, for example, for query name dog, if there are like, if the rating is 5 to 1, so the sum of rating that is less than 3 is gonna be 2. So we're gonna use if function, or you can do case when. Rating is less than 3, then we're gonna give it value 1, else 0. But in this case, I think I'm gonna use if function. So if rating is less than 3, then I'm gonna give it a value 1. If not, it's gonna be 0. So the sum of this, we're gonna add, we're gonna add it to do the calculation. I'm gonna sum of that, right, times 100 over the count of rating. I call this poor query percentage. Alright, so let's take care of the 2 decimal places. So it need to be round. We're going to use round function. And for this one, we don't need the percentage. Round to 2 decimal places. Similarly, for poor query percentage, it's going to be rounded to 2 decimal points. 2. Alright. Gonna be from queries table. And we're gonna group by query name. Alright, so let's take a look. Let's check before we run it. 1, sum of this, round, calculating. Okay, so let's run this. Alright, so we have the query name, dog quality is 2.5, poor query 33.33%, for query name cat, quality is 0.66, and the poor query percentage is 33.33. Alright, let's submit this one. Okay, so we are running into an edge case where, okay, so where the query name is null, my query also populated the calculation for the query name null, but in the expected output, we should not count the null query name. So in order to solve that, I'm going to add another condition here where query name is not null. All right, so let's try again. Okay, so runtime 548 milliseconds beats 89.97% of users with MySQL. Nice. That is for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have any other solution, you can leave a comment below, and I see you in another video.